Hello. All right, let's turn the music off. Hello, whoever may be here, and thank you for joining me for my PNG uh, model debut. Hello, Ember. Welcome to chat. Um, so this is a debut stream. I've never done one before, but I'm gonna try my best. So, I have done a lot of work in the background in order to make sure the stream would be as good as I could make it. So you can see there my VTuber model or my PNGtuber model silhouette. I also edited my overlay and my chat. I was playing Minecraft earlier today, and I noticed that I didn't set stream up today, and I knew I was going to stream today because I was going to actually stream yesterday, but I couldn't yesterday because of an event I had to go to. So instead, we're going to be celebrating it here today. As you can see, that's my model sitting in the middle of the screen. And I'm super excited to show you. So, without further ado, let's reveal this silhouette. There I am, all disgruntled and annoyed to be here, as always. This model was drawn by the Kazuichi, Kazu_Ichi on YouTube, who is actually in the YouTube chat right now. So she is my VTuber mama. I rigged the model, but that doesn't mean anything. It's just a PNG. So me rigging it doesn't mean anything, but I did do the squash and stretch to make sure that that worked. But I followed a tutorial. So yeah. So I bounce up and down when I speak, and that's all I do. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. This is not the entirety of the thing. So anyway, let's change the scene a little bit. I'm gonna move myself over here. Just forget that there was two of me. All right. So, bam. I am now going to give you a PowerPoint presentation like most VTubers do. This is going to be a presentation on who I am and what I plan on doing and what this whole debut means. I made this less than 2 hours ago. Literally at 4:30, I was like, I need to have a PowerPoint presentation made like now. And so I worked on this like right up until 30 minutes before the stream. So it's rushed, and it literally just is a Google slide show. So excuse me if it's a little scuff. I was going to have a black box on OBS that I was going to move around so that I could reveal things, but I think I'm just going to go down the list and explain each one whenever they show up, so that because I couldn't be bothered to. All right, so this is an introduction on who I am. This is also going to be my YouTube channel trailer after I edit it. Anyway, an introduction to me. My name is Chronos Matentis. I am 24. My favorite food is sushi. My favorite game is The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. And my hobbies include gaming, game making, soft modding, hard modding, learning, math puzzles, word puzzles, writing, and building, both in the real world and in games like Minecraft. So my likes and dislikes. At the top of my likes list, I love Zelda. The Legend of Zelda is my favorite series of all time. I love the Legend of Zelda games so much. I could tell you almost everything about them, and I have played every single Zelda game that has ever been released. Have I beaten them? God, no. Have I played them? Yes, I have played them. I have at least played them, like a few minutes at the very least. I also like Persona. The Persona series is one of my favorite JRPG series of all time. It's very fun, very easy to get into, very easy to lose yourself in, is very easy to get yourself addicted to. I love Persona. I love min-maxing all of my stuff to make sure that I have 99 in all of my stats and I can kill the final boss in like 10 hits. I love Nintendo games. Nintendo is one of my favorite one of my favorite developers. And I just love all Zelda games that have ever been released, including Metroid, Castlevania, Nintendo, like Mario, Zelda. I love all of these kinds of games, and they're very beautiful to me. I like Minecraft. I've been playing Minecraft a lot recently. I've been sort of getting myself lost in Minecraft. Right now, I'm building a castle in Minecraft. So I'm trying to make it all medieval, not medieval like, but all super like gothic and like to the best I can ever make it. So yeah, I really like Minecraft. I like food. I really like food. Food is like one of my favorite things. I definitely live to eat. I do not eat to live. I live to eat. But yeah, I really like soft modding. Soft modding is where you take a piece of hardware and you modify the software internally to change it in a way that makes it behave differently than it's supposed to. Soft modding on computers is like using the Linux operating system all the time. That's like just how the Linux operating system works. The things that I have soft modded, like personally, are my Wii U and my Wii. I'm trying to soft mod my GameCube, but that actually has a price tag on it. You need to buy certain peripherals in order to make soft modding your GameCube easier, and it's absolutely not worth it because soft modding your Wii is the same as soft modding your GameCube, but and more. The Wii can just do exactly what GameCube can do, but more. Anyway, I really like winning. I like winning. I enjoy like winning. Yeah. Anyway, I like mathematics. It's just a weird thing that I like doing. I watch a lot of math videos on YouTube. I practice my math sometimes just like for fun. I go on r/they did the math and I do some of the problems there before I look in the comics and see that like 3 hours ago someone already found the answer to the solution like well before me. I like anime. I haven't been watching anime recently because they typically wait until the season is over, and the season currently is over. And right now we're in like the middle of no, we're not in the middle. We're at the very beginning of the winter anime season. So I gotta catch up on all of the stuff that happened at the end of the fall season. But yeah, some anime that I really love is Violet Evergarden. It's one of my favorites. It's actually my favorite. What are some other anime I like? I like Dragon Maid season 1. I haven't seen season 2 yet. I like Devil as a Part-Timer season 1 as well. That's also very fun. What are some? Oh, My Dress Up Darling. Absolutely wonderful. It's a little etchy, but it is absolutely wonderful romance, and characters are written beautifully. Love My Dress Up Darling. Yeah, I'm trying to get into more anime as well. I mean, sometimes it's fun to just binge a whole season just in like 4 hours. I used to do that when I was still going to high school. Is every day before school. Yes, before school, not after. Before school, I would watch an entire season of an anime and then go to school. It was my way of like preparing for the day. I used to wake up at like 2 in the morning before going to school. But yeah, I still watch whole seasons at a time. And the most recent anime that I've seen, the most recent new anime I've seen is Hokkaido Gals Are Super Adorable. It's a very good. It's a very good anime. I'd recommend it. It's not. It's like nothing happens when it comes to the romance part of it, but it is a very good slice of life that you can just sit back and watch and enjoy. So yeah, I also obviously like VTubers. My favorite VTubers include Totless, who's a VR chat streamer. She's wonderful. She recently started using her voice, quote unquote. Can't show you my hands showing air quotes, but yeah, she started using her voice, which is an AI replication of her voice that she trained on her voice. It's which is more commonly you like expect with VR chat streamers, but it's a sort of as a way to help people who are voiceless, who typically don't like using their voice, begin to slowly use their voice over time. But yeah, some other VTubers I like are Iron Mouse, but who doesn't? She's like number one. I like Beetle, but who doesn't? He's like number one. Uh, and yeah, Neurosama. I like Ellie Minibot. I didn't know about her until after Beetle rated her, but Ellie Minibot has some absolutely wonderful videos online. She's a robotics engineer. She's absolutely like she's so smart compared to most people. She's very good. Like she's not super competent when it comes to people, but she's a very smart individual who can talk a lot about engineering on a fundamental standpoint. She's also very talented when it comes to music. She can sing very well. And I really like plugging people who aren't me. Oh, speaking of plugging, my VTuber mama. I was going to do this. I feel bad that I didn't. But in the chat, I am going to post her YouTube channel. So you can check out my VTuber model there. And anyone who watches the stream back should be able to click on those links and they should work. You should be able to just like see them and it like would work very well. You can click on that link. You should see her YouTube channel page. She's very talented. In fact, in the YouTube chat, you can see that she is the only one who has sent a message. So I'm plugging the person to the person. So thank you, Kazuichi, for making this model and drawing it, and I'm very appreciative. Now on to the things I dislike. I was actually really going at this. I was really trying to figure out what I should put for the dislikes. This took me a lot longer than the likes. Some things I dislike are online competitive games. I just don't like getting upset at people online who I don't know. And I don't like it when they get upset at me. So yeah, games like Call of Duty, Marvel Rival. Well, I don't hate Marvel Rivals. I just don't like playing competitively on Marvel Rivals. I don't like playing competitively on any game. So Call of Duty, Battlefields, just like anything where I'm expected to do well and I'm not going to do well. Another thing that I don't like is most FPS games. It's just that I am not good at them, and like my wrist hurts a lot. And I've had a couple scares with carpal tunnel, and FPS games are the ones that do it the worst for me. So yeah, FPS games are not my favorite, and I do not like them. Another thing I don't like is Nintendo as a company. They make a lot of bad corporate decisions, and I can complain about them all day about how dumb their decisions about their financials and their decisions when it comes to PR. And it's just really annoying because they care more about having a legal property than making money off of the legal property, when making a profit is what companies really want more than anything. And the way they make profit as a publicly entertainment company is you make your fans more appreciative of your content. And if you constantly if you constantly demean them and diminish them, then no one's going to like you as like a company. And so you can just... Another thing I don't like doing is complaining. I don't like doing it mostly. I complain a lot. I complain more than I gush about the things that I like, or at least I notice that I complain more than I gush about the things I like. And I wish I could just, shut up sometimes and just say the things that I like in a way that makes it seem like I'm enjoying the things that I like. Another thing I don't like is losing. I don't like losing. Losing money, just losing, not money, just losing. Anyway, I don't like reading. This comes to like books. I don't like reading books. And the reason I don't like reading books is because I have mild aphantasia. If you know what aphantasia is, it's a thing with people who have certain. It's not a disorder. It's just a thing where some people can't imagine pictures very well, and I can't imagine pictures very well. Some people can't imagine pictures at all. Like they just can't think of pictures. I'm a little better than that, but because of how bad me imagining pictures is, I don't like reading, because that's all reading is imagining pictures. I don't like Western television. That is mostly just because Western television hasn't made anything good in the past, like, I don't know how many goddamn years. But there's very few Western television shows I'll watch. Maybe something like Invincible or The Boys, but like nothing really else. Nothing is like less enjoyable than going to a hotel in the middle of nowhere and having only bad channels with like reality TV on. So yeah, Western television, not my thing. Another thing I don't like is alcohol. I don't like being around it. Don't like it like at all. I don't like alcohol. That's going to be a thing in the future. I thought I should put it down. Yeah, I don't like alcohol. And the last thing that I don't like, which is really unfortunate for me being a VTuber, is I don't like social media. I don't like spending time on social media. I don't like wasting time on social media. I don't really look at social media. I have a single social media account, and that's Blue Sky. And that's the only thing that I scroll mostly is Blue Sky, because it's just Twitter, but with better regulation. Based alcohol tank. Thank you, Kazuichi. But yeah, I don't like social media. Which is that is really unfortunate because most people are spend time on Twitter. Most VTubers, that is, spend time on Twitter. And when you're trying to find some things to like make content on as a VTuber, the best place to go to is Twitter and scrolling Twitter. Seeing when people are live streaming, that's when you're on Twitter. Seeing what people are talking about on Twitter. Seeing what things are trending, what things aren't trending, and why they're trending. It's where like most events take place, is like on Twitter. Is like you'll see the VTuber awards have been announced on Twitter, and I'll usually get the news like a couple days later when the news hits YouTube by like someone like False ID or something. But yeah, I don't spend time on social media, and I really should spend more time on social media if I'm going to try and grow my brand, but I just don't want to become addicted to it. So I just rarely ever spend time on social media, but I'll scroll occasionally. But yeah. Now on to my lore. VTuber lore is a common thing. If you don't know much about VTubers, I'm sorry. This is lore. If you don't care about lore, you can skip past this part. So my lore is 24,000 years ago, I was born of a union between the earth and sky when they collided in the cosmos. My father, the sky, was a cruel tyrant that I eliminated to make way for my rule. Despite my success as a leader, I, too, became cruel, as the visions of an oracle pretold of my demise. I ate my children. The Olympians, before my youngest, rose up to strike me down and free his siblings. After my youngest, I don't know why I said eldest, youngest, whatever. I should really, oh God, I'm going to have to edit this in the video. I'm going to go back and redo this part. This is mostly for the video. 24,000 years ago, I was born of a union between the earth and sky when they collided in the cosmos. My father, the sky, was a cruel tyrant that I eliminated to make way for my rule. Despite my success as a leader, I, too, became cruel, as the visions of an oracle pretold of my demise. I ate my children. The Olympians before my youngest rose up to strike me down and free his siblings. after my eldest was kind enough to give me a place in Elysium after my brief punishment in Tartarus. Now, I've risen up from my catabasis as a VTuber who plays games online for strangers' entertainment. I'm also going to probably include the part where I mess up in that. So that's going to be fun. I'm going to cringe so hard editing this. And a year from now, when I'm going to force myself to rewatch this. What projects I'm working on right now? Currently, either public or private stuff I'm going to release or stuff that I'm not going to release. Right now, I'm working on books. I have 3 books in the works that I'm working on. One of them has reached like 150 some odd pages, and the other one is like 250 some odd pages. I haven't gotten to the third one yet, but I know I'm going to write it, and it's going to be somewhere around the 80-page mark. So maybe I should just mash the first and third together. That's probably what I'm going to do. But yeah, they are in the draft stages, and they're nowhere near like a completed first draft. And then after that, I want to talk to an editor to see if I can edit it down. And yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to release the books. I may release them for free online as PDFs, but other than that, I think the books are just going to stay books. I'm currently building a castle in Minecraft. That's just a thing I'm doing. I'm just building a castle in Minecraft. That's just for fun. That's just a me thing. I'm just building a castle. I'm working on my first video. I plan on having it released sometime in early February. My first video. It's a retrospective on the Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. So after I've released that, hopefully it will be released sometime soon after this video is edited down and put as my channel's trailer. Then I will start working on my next video, which I believe is going to be a retrospective on The Legend of Zelda: Majora's Mask. Other thing I'm working on is different overlays. As you can see on the Twitch chat, on my overlay on stream, you can see my Twitch chat. It looks a lot differently than my past streams, and that's because I've actually done some work on this. I literally designed and made this, so the reason it's so shit is because I made it like that. But yeah, the chat overlay, I want to make a little better, but that is the CSS that I designed. I literally designed that in CSS, which is the coding language. It's not a programming language. It's just it's not a coding language, is it? It's a programming language, not a coding language. There's a difference. No, it's a coding language. It's not a programming language. Anyway, so I designed it in CSS, which is like the hardest way to design something that looks good is in CSS. But yeah, I did that, and I want to make it look better. That was done literally today, like literally a few hours ago today. So yeah, I want to make that better, but that's just how it is right now. Another thing I'm working on is my VTuber model, not just my PNGtuber model, but my VTuber model, like my actual VTuber model, which I'll have hopefully eventually before the year is done. The content I plan on making, and I want to make in the future, this is mostly for my YouTube side, but there's also some of this is part of Twitch, is I plan on making video game retrospectives, that being very long video essays about old video games and why we should look back on them and why they're super neat. If you've spent any time online and you've wanted to fall asleep listening to someone just yap on about a video game that you like, just put on a video game retrospective. They're like 7 hours long. There's not a retrospective, but it's similar to a retrospective called The Ultimate Guide to Five Nights at Freddy's, where it's literally a 24-hour long video about every single game, about the AI in each game, about the lore pieces in each game. That is a video that I fall asleep to on the regular. I just noticed in Discord what people are talking about. Nice. Awesome. That's super fucking cool. All right. Other stuff that I'm going to do is just normal video essays about things that I like talking about. about people I like talking about and the things that I think are important. Just me writing down a super long thing and talking about it and editing it in the video format. I also plan on making some gaming videos, obviously, about the streams I have done and the streams I'm going to do in the future. I want to make modded gaming videos, so stuff like what's a good modded game? But like ROM hacks, like Ocarina of Time ROM hacks, uh, Mario 64 ROM hacks. Like I like playing modded games and I like playing hacked games. So if I can play if I can play modded games and hacked games on stream, that'll be really fun, and I'm gonna enjoy doing that. I see the hundreds and the hearts in the YouTube chat. That's funny. All right, some more stuff I'm gonna do is some more, and I also plan on making lore videos about me, Cronus Potentus, and like my lore as Titan and all that. This is gonna be super embarrassing when I have to watch this again. Goals I have for the near future. I really hope I can get monetized soon. Money is an object, and it does hurt to be bludgeoned by it. So I need money to do stuff that I really want to do, some projects I really want to do, and I need money to do it. I plan on releasing my first videos, like the video essays and the retrospectives. I plan on streaming content. My goals are I have a goal of streaming content on a more regular basis. So far, I stream like once a week, and I want to stream more often than that. I want to get to a point where I can stream up to 5 days in a row. I also have a goal of returning to Elden Ring because I have abandoned that game and I want to get back to it. The last time I played that game was late October, so I want to get back to playing that. So, Elden Ring content. Goals I have for the far future. I want to make or cover music. That's very far in the future. That is probably the farthest thing on this list. Is covering or making music. I have a goal of gaining 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, which is a goal. I'm not sure how close or how far that is. I have a goal of being able to make this at least a part-time job, not something I can do for my everyday, but something I can at least make some money off of and spend so that I can continue to improve on it, so that my next goal can be fulfilled of making it my full-time job. Everyone's dream is to be able to say that they do what they love for a living, and I want to say that I can do this for a living, but that's so far away that I have no idea if it's even possible. And another goal I have for the far future is not capitalizing words in the middle of a sentence for no reason. I have a habit of doing that. If you go back during this, you'll notice that so many letters are capitalized for no reason. And it's really annoying because I realize it a little too late. And I decided not to fix it at all before I went live on this stream. But yeah, that is my entire that's my entire stream. That's my whole VTuber introduction. And now typically I will chat with my viewers. So what do you guys want to talk about? Potato? Hello, Avirun. It's nice seeing you in chat. I haven't seen you in Twitch chat ever, and you haven't shown up in YouTube chat in a while. It's nice seeing you, though. Your first time chatter was Potato. One step at a time, big man. It's a journey for real. God damn, it is. It is a journey. I have not watched any of your stuff. Yeah, I take that. I know. I don't expect people to. I mean, like, no one has an obligation to me. So even if we're friends in real life, you're not obligated to watch my content because, I wouldn't watch my content if I wasn't forced to. I'm the one in the content and I wouldn't watch it. I'm not at a point where I'm an entertaining live streamer. I am just a live streamer. Oh dear, the lore expands already. You've been alive for half an hour. Alive for half an hour? Wow, I've only been alive for 35 minutes apparently. The best I've heard I the best advice I've heard is to make content that you would enjoy. Yeah, and I want to eventually be able to do that is to make content that I would genuinely watch. And so far I've just made a few mediocre live streams and I want to be able to make a video essay or two that I would definitely like allow myself to fall asleep to. I want to get to a point where like my videos that I edit and stuff. Seen Squirrel with a Gun? I have seen that game. It looks kind of dumb to me. I have not seen a full video of someone playing Squirrel with a Gun. So if that's any consideration on how I fare with that game. But yeah, there's a bunch of games on Steam that I want to play and play well. I was thinking of like one of the videos I was editing was gonna be like my first video before like I even got this model and all that was it was gonna be 100% tutorial walkthrough on The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, and I realized like no one would watch that. It's because my live streams on if like all of my live streams on YouTube of Ocarina of Time, I won 100% of the game. So I was like, I could just go through every single collectible I've ever gotten in that game and just like mark down the locations of it. Like, this is where every gold sculpture is. This is where every heart piece is. And I'm like, this is not fun to watch. So I decided to not do that. And so I'm going to instead make a video essay on a video game. Check them and have some like theories crafted up about that because I haven't finished it yet and I've only played it. It's very good, and they have like I think they actually are trying to describe it in a way that isn't retconning the series. So in a way that like makes sense, but it's so peculiar the way they did it. And well, Zelda Nintendo retcons Zelda every time they release a new game. Anyways, it's not like I'm surprised by it, but I've been playing it and I'm like, why are the goddesses talking to me? The goddesses shouldn't be able to do that. The goddesses don't talk to Link or Zelda like at all in the entire series, like ever. So why are they talking to us now? It was super weird. And then they're like explaining it in a way that like kind of makes sense, and I'm like, oh, that lore would not have ever come out if this wasn't a cool and fun um, game concept. But yeah, I just realized you linked my Twitch in the other Discord server. You son of a bitch. Uh, yeah, just I'm just chatting now. Wow, saying that you're chatting makes it really obvious you have nothing to talk about. Fuck you. They do what they do what they want. I don't know. Thank you, Kazuichi. But yeah, it's mostly because there aren't a lot of things that I really have to be talking about. The progress I've made so far on the video is I've thought about the concept of it, but that's it. Like that's as far as I've gotten. But I plan on writing the script for it soon, like as soon as possible. Um, hopefully I don't get consumed fully by the castle project that I'm doing in Minecraft, because I'm making a whole castle, like a real castle in Minecraft, and it has been eating up my life for so long because I've been so addicted to it. On the Minecraft server, you can totally stream your castle. Yeah, maybe, but then people will see. I haven't seen this yet. I literally haven't finished the first floor yet. It's like I'm so ADHD when it comes to making it. I'll like make one room and then I will be like, "Oh my god, this room is so cool. Let's make the floor a different thing." And then I'll be like, and I'll spend an hour doing that, and I'll be like, you know what? This door should have a mechanism behind it. The server, by the way, is Create, so Create mods are on it. And I made the doors that were 3x3. They move up and down whenever you press on the pressure plate. It's like automatic doors that like lower for you, and I plan on making the front door one that swings open for you. But I'm not a very good builder in Minecraft. This is more of a vanity project. It's just something I want to do for fun. Also, Avirun, you are the admin of that server. There was something I wanted to talk to you about when it came to that server. The dragon egg disappeared. The dragon egg is gone. It's just completely gone. So yeah. I think it's because of a better end, which is a really really subjective name for that mod. But better end, when I re summoned the dragon to fight it for another time, the egg disappeared, and then it didn't come back after I killed the dragon. Which I'll say, in normal Minecraft, the egg normally does disappear when you fight the dragon, but it normally reappears after you've killed it for a second time. It just didn't come back. It just completely disappeared forever. Like it's just gone. Also, I just noticed that the background doesn't fill up the entire scene, so I'm just gonna do that so that the entire texture fills up the background. That'll be fun to watch back later. Another thing is I have to get on my hands and knees and beg for the die chickens again, because they all died. Like all of them died. Every single one of them died. Can I get some die chickens again? Like, please. All of them died. I want them back. I spent so long. Like I spent hours breeding them into becoming like emerald chickens and obsidian chickens, and I went out looking for chickens. This is a mod called resource chickens, by the way, and I breeded all of them so that they would all be like good and perfect, and like it was spent so long getting emerald chickens. Dye chickens. So the red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple, cyan, light gray, dark gray, black, light gray, whatever. You know all the colors of the dye in Minecraft. But if you so in order to get the chickens that I needed, because I had no way of getting infinite redstone, so I was like, how do you get infinite redstone? It's like, oh, you can make it from dye chickens, or you can grind down this obscure rock that you can't get an infinite resource of. So I looked it up. So I was like, what dye chickens do you need? And it's like, you need a red dye chicken and you need a sand chicken. And I'm like, I've got sand chickens. I'm thinking about a world restart, since it's just been you, me, and Ruben online so far. This server could be really good content for you restarting in a Minecraft and SMP. But can you do it after the castle's finished? Please, I need the castle. The castle. I don't want the castle to disappear. But yeah, you need red dye chickens and sand chickens to get redstone chickens. And I'm like, oh, iron chickens. What do you need for iron chickens? You need a flint chicken and white dye chickens. Would be better before the castle. You didn't finish it, that you have to do again. Yeah, but I'm not going to remember all of my plans that I had for it. Right now, I remember the plans of the castle. I've been having fun. I don't want it. I don't want it to be all restarted again, just for content. Um, but for iron, you need a white dyed chicken and a flint chicken. For gold, you need a yellow dyed chicken and an iron chicken. Farewell, I'll just grab you the spawn eggs. Thank you. Also, there's something bugged about the game. The dye chickens haven't, like, there's no crafting recipe for them, and there normally is. Like in every other mod pack that they're ever in, they have a crafting recipe, but ours doesn't have one. So that's the reason why I need the admin to spawn them in again. But yeah, gold is yellow and iron. Diamond is gold and glass is sand and quartz. Oof. And emerald is diamond plus green dye. So all of that leads into just like some chickens, some infinite resource management, which is just like I get diamonds regularly and I get emeralds regularly, so I don't have to go out and mine them or grind for them by farming sticks for a villager, or flint for a villager, or chicken feathers for a villager. Those are the only things I have that I can give to a villager. They give me a lot. Oh no, clay. I have clay and diorite, which you can also give to villagers, and they will give you diamonds, emeralds for them. But yeah, I spent so long breeding them, and I had to look and find the quartz chicken. I found it in the Nether. I had to look and find the lava chicken, which is also in the Nether. The water chicken is in a taiga, which I found was weird. It was in the taiga. But yeah, I got the water chicken, which gave me the obsidian chicken with water and lava. I got the blaze chicken and the gas chickens, which are the only ones that survived. The blaze chickens and gas chickens are the only ones that survived the purge. And the purge was creeper chickens explode when they die. And so one creeper chicken exploded, killed a bunch of other creeper chickens, and they exploded. And all the other creeper chickens exploded and they killed everything. And I had so many creeper chickens because they give me gunpowder and I have an elytra. So I needed gunpowder to get rockets so that I could fly with my elytra. I was so devastated when they all died. Because I have nothing now. It's fine. I have a stockpile of like 100 some odd blocks of minerals, like 100 blocks of diamonds, 100 blocks of gold, and 100 blocks of more like 200 blocks of iron. But yeah, I have a stockpile. It's just like it was so devastating when my farm just completely blew the fuck up because of some creeper chickens dying, or because of one creeper chicken dying. And I was actually really careful. The reason why the gas chickens and the blaze chickens didn't die is because if your chicken is not invulnerable to fire damage, they will burn if there's like next to a blaze chicken. And I knew creeper chickens exploded when they died. I knew that. So I was like, I can't put the blaze chicken, which hurts other chickens, I can't put that one next to the creeper chicken or else it'll fucking explode. So I made sure to carefully put the blaze chickens in a different enclosure, and the gas chickens can't take fire damage. They just can't. So I just put the gas chickens and the blaze chickens in the same enclosure. I was like, oh, like everything's settled. It's all perfect and fine and dandy. And just like, just everything else died. Everything else. Another thing is I was doing when you need to get blaze cakes, you need a certain ingredient called I see the crater. Are you at my base currently? But yeah, I another thing is I was making a farm for cinder flour because you need that for blaze cakes and for biofuel, which I have it for biofuel. Um and I was like, I need black dye in order to make this because you need black dye to farm it. And so I was like, oh, I need the black dyed chicken. And then I brought the black dyed chicken over. I placed the lava bucket down for 3 seconds. And because of the immersive weathering mod, the entire like wooden place where I have the black dye chicken just burns down. It just burns in seconds. And I'm like, what the hell? Wait, what the even hell? It's like lava is being placed down for 3 seconds and the entire thing burns up and the black dyed chicken died. And I'm like, well, that's devastating. I guess I can't make this farm. But I did my math wrong. You get more black dye out of the farm just working than you need for the farm to work. So that was a good like happy ending out of that. It's just like the farm itself is also a black dye farm. Like you get like 150% of the no, you get like 200% of the dye that you put in. For every one piece of dye that you put in, you get on average like 2.25 black dye out. So you get a lot of dye from it. So I don't need the black dye chicken, so thank God for that. But yeah, I have a bunch of farms going on, and they all need to be cleaned out every so often. So whenever I get online, I need to make sure that like all of the chests aren't full, and I gotta format them and put things where they need to be because they will clog if I don't regularly maintenance them. And I only have like 3 farms, and it's like a tree farm which I have turned off right now, a biofuel farm, a food farm, an andesite. What is it? The andesite alloy farm. But yeah, I could make myself another iron farm if I wanted to. I just haven't yet. You can just make it by washing gravel, which is a weird mechanism I could explain if I ever get on the server live. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of mechanisms that you can use to get a bunch of different stuff. And yeah, my factory is kind of bad, kind of dog shit. Half the time when you're near my factory, you can't even get affected by the beacons, which are too far away. Speaking of which, I need to go wither hunting again, which is going to be a fun adventure. I need 5 more beacons. Also, I found out a cool way to mine like 1 billion obsidian in like 3 seconds. It just use a building wand. If you use a building wand, you can just like just put like a single pickaxe in the tool slot of the building wand, go and like cover an entire end pillar, and just use the destroy feature, and it'll drop like all of that area of obsidian right at your feet. So yeah, the only problem is I figured out that I could do that after I'd already manually mined one of the obsidian pillars by hand twice. I mined the biggest obsidian pillar in the end twice, and now no one can actually mine out an obsidian pillar anymore. No one can, because I have built a castle in the end, and if you respawn the Ender Dragon, the castle will get destroyed, and I will rage quit. So no one can ever kill the dragon again. Sorry. I killed the Ender Dragon 20 times, and there are 20 end gateways surrounding the main end island. And I did that. Killed it 20 times. I also invested into a netherite building wand. I was like, I'm not going to need something like this. It's like super overkill. But then I also realized I had like 15 blocks of netherite. And I'm like, I could spare to use a couple of these. You have the eggs for me? I'll log on after stream today and you know what? In 5 minutes, I'll end stream and I'll log off and I'll log on to the server in a system to get more in case it's happening. I was going to suggest that you put like a pen of them all at spawn, so that new players who want to do the whole chicken thing can just take them from spawn. First, they'd have to breed them, and then take them, so that there's like a good Samaritan system. Maybe. Then again, I don't think anyone else is going to join the Minecraft server. It would be super cool if they could, because oh, do you also want to know the method in which I figured out how to get my elytra? Because I'm the one who told everyone else where to find their elytras. I told everyone else where they could go to find an elytra. And I told them the exact coordinates, because I knew the exact coordinates of each end city. So the reason I asked for the seed is because we spent hours looking for an end city, and you just couldn't find it. You literally couldn't find an end city because of better end. Like, they were so sparse. They're few and far between. Like, I figured out why. So I asked for the seed, and so I created a new world with that seed, and I teleported a few thousand blocks away from the end island, and then I used the /locate command, and I found like one end island, right? And so I teleported a few hundred blocks away from that end city, right? I found an end city using the locate command. So I teleported a few hundred blocks away, like 500 blocks away. The nearest end city was that end city that I found. I teleport 2,000 blocks away, and finally an end city was the end city that was used the /locate command that was the closest one was different. So I teleport a few hundred blocks away again. Nope, it's still that one. Teleport a few more hundred blocks. Nope, still that one. Teleport a few hundred more blocks. Nope, still that one. Teleport a few hundred more blocks. Oh, finally, it's a different end city. I had to do this over and over and over again so that I knew that there were enough elytras and there were enough end cities around the world that had elytras, that so I could tell everyone else where to find them before I felt good enough to go look for mine. I didn't go look for mine until I knew there were enough that I could tell everyone else where the end cities were so they could find theirs. And they were thousands of blocks away from each other. Thousands of blocks away from each other. Like, you would spend out if you wanted to search the actual end and actually look for them, it would take like 10 hours to find a single one, let alone one that had an actual elytra at it. I was like, there's no way. There's just no way. Like, we're not going to waste all of our lives just looking for elytra. And so Skulker is on your train station. Thank you. Choker is on your train station. And so I was like, I'm just going to have to ask Avi for the seed. And so I got that, and I was like, oh, thank God. Because now we all have elytras, and it's good, and it's fine. Actually, Ruben has a jetpack. I was also thinking about, because I know where another elytra is. I have one spared that I have listed. I could go get. And I was thinking about using that to get a jetpack as well. Because I want to see if that's better than just... I think I gave Ruben a copy of my elytra with the Unbreaking 10. Because you couldn't make yourself an elytrian. Yeah. So either that or I forgot to. I have Unbreaking 4 on my elytra using super enchanting. Or hyper enchanting, sorry. So I have unbreaking 4 on all of my tools and armor. I have sharpness. Oh, I was gonna get sharpness 6. That's like the next thing I was gonna do is get sharpness 6. I've got looting 4 on all of my armor. But yeah. Oh, and I was so dumb for trying to upgrade my elytra with Aetherium because it makes you so slow. Like the elytras are so slow when they're covered when they're with Aetherium. But that's all Minecraft stuff. I think I'm gonna do another live stream very soon. I want to stream more regularly. I want to stop being consumed by all the stuff that's in my life, and I want to actually sleep with a regular sleep schedule and stuff. The reason I haven't streamed for an entire week is because I fucked up my sleep schedule hella bad. And the only way that fixed it, like the only thing that fixed it is the fact that yesterday I had to go to an event and I had to do something with people. And that forced me to be awake all day because I literally would have passed out if it hadn't been for that. I was going to sleep at like 5 p.m. But yeah. Also, another thing about this model is something that I need to fix later. The mouth closed. Actually, I can show it. I think I can show it on stream. One sec. If I go to the filters tab, go to this. If I just get rid of this. So I cropped my thing so that you could you wouldn't have to see it. But very far off in the middle of nowhere on this model, there is a little white dot whenever my mouth is closed. And I'm not sure when that appeared, but the way that I fixed it is I just cropped it so that you couldn't see it. But yeah, that's probably going to be there for a while until I decide that I'm not going to be lazy and then I go and fix it. But yeah. That has been my debut stream. I did the things I said I was going to do. I chatted and I debuted. I'm going to edit this VOD down and I'm going to turn it into dot. Yeah, it was a little small white dot. But yeah, I think that's going to be the end of this stream because I'm really bad at chatting. I'm really bad at chatting live, doing live stream chatting. I don't know how streamers do it. How do they do just chatting for hours? I just like, it's a thing that people do. Like VTubers do it all the time. I go on a just chatting stream and they are just chatting about their life for hours. They have people actively engaged. Well, that's not it. You guys are actively engaging. The thing is, they just have so much things, so many things to talk about with their life. They can talk about like the new concert that they're gonna do, or like their merch drop that's gonna happen, or stories with other people like that they do content with. And like they'll get engagement just as much as I do. But like I have no idea how they just like yap for hours and like because it's enjoyable to watch. I'm not saying that it's bad. I watch yappers all the time, like Matara Khan. She yaps like religiously, and I watch her. But like, how do you just waste like so much time just talking and not playing a game or something? But oh yeah, also Vettel and Ellie Minibot, they did like they spent 3 hours, and I watched the entire video. 3 hours just talking to each other during his subathon, just talking about life, and every so often Vettel would go, "All right, so, and then Ellie would pick up like one word like from like 3 minutes ago, and then they continue talking for another hour, and I'd be like, how the fuck do you do that? It was like a podcast. It was really fun. I want to be able to do that someday. Maybe if I collab with other people and I have like just something to talk about with them, make it a podcast. But Anyway, I think I'm gonna end stream here and go on, and I don't know why, how, but there are ungodly amounts of Enderman and chickens at spawn. Oh, at spawn? Like at world spawn? I know why. I know exactly why. I know. I have an exact idea of exactly why. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's my fault. That's 100% my fault. So, Enderman chicken don't spawn unless there's a certain light level. I think it's a light level of 7 or something. Enderman chicken won't spawn, and so I lit up the entire end island so that they'd be a really consistent food source for me. And they must have walked into the end fountain, and they just get teleported to spawn, because there's like the entire end island is covered in end chickens, in Enderman chickens. So they must have just walked into the fucking fountain. They shouldn't do that anymore. They shouldn't be able to do that anymore. So there you go. There's so many. I'm sorry. If you want, I can go kill them and exterminate them for you. But I'm gonna log off. It's not causing problems or anything. It's hilarious. That's good. Also, weird thing about the resource chickens is that they take fall damage. If you push one off the tower, it will die. That was weird, because the reason why a lot of the creeper chickens didn't like died was not because they died from the explosions of other creeper chickens. It's because they fell after the ground beneath them was destroyed. So the ground beneath them would be destroyed. They get sent up because of the explosion, and then they fall down and they take damage from fall damage for some reason, and then they explode again, and then they'd fall down. That's why the creepers. That's like the hole is so deep. It's not just like wide. It's deep, because each of the chickens just kept on falling down. Oh my god, they are die chickens. Yeah, the creeper chickens just exploded all of them. They're dead now. It was devastating because I had the obsidian chicken in there with them. And I didn't get to be, I wasn't able to breed another obsidian chicken. Wouldn't have helped anyways. I've got to go find another, find another lava chicken. I got to find another quartz chicken. I got to find another water chicken. I got to find, oh, going to a taiga to find that water chicken was aggravating. I also need to be able to find, like, I need to get an orange chicken and a water chicken so I can make a snowball chicken, so I can eventually get an experience chicken, because if I can get experience being laid like an egg, that would be awesome. I just can't get that yet. But yeah. Okay, so now after people have finished, like, I have been yapping. If I could find experience being laid, if I could find experience being laid, I have been looking. I can't find it. I need the experience of being laid. All right, now I'm gonna end the stream. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye bye.